Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to week number 6 of the NFL season. Let's go, man. I can't believe we're already in week 6. This is crazy. This has been a wild freaking season so far. From upsets to just like the Vikings and the Chiefs are top two. I mean, Chiefs 100% makes sense, but the Vikings being number one blows me out of the water. Like, it doesn't because they have JJ, but I mean, I don't know. Anyways, props to the freaking Vikings for being 5-0. I'm happy because I've picked them every week. They've won every week, so I'm 5-0 with them, 5-0 with the Chiefs, or 4-1, I guess. But let's get on to the picks of this week. Last week was fucking crazy. I played pretty well. I think it's 9-7. I think so. I went positive again. Good, not terrible, respectable. Um, and yeah, so we're gonna move on to week number 6, and I will throughout week 6 picks. I'm gonna explain what went wrong a little bit last week, and yeah. So here we go. We're gonna start with the bye weeks, week number 6. So here we go. We're gonna start off with the juggernaut. We're gonna start off with the Kansas City Chiefs, and big win on the Monday night against the Saints. That wasn't surprising to me though. I thought they'd win by the amount they won. I think they won by 13 points or something like that. So I could have called that from a mile away. Saints don't look good. Quarterback gone now. Derek Carr is injured for I think it said 4 weeks, 3 weeks. So don't don't hope don't expect them to win any games moving forward. At least the next couple games. But anyways, yeah. Props to the Chiefs starting 5-0. Beautiful. I mean, obvious is Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, guys, keep rolling for the Chiefs. There you go. Second team on the bye this week. We got the 5-0 Vikings, man. I personally, I'm just happy to see them at 5-0. I don't have a vendetta against the Vikings. I am happy that they're doing good, and hopefully they keep rolling on. But I do think that when they play my Lions, they may lose. I think they may lose, but we'll see. We'll see. We play them twice this season, so let's see how that goes. But lovely start from the Vikings. Good win on I think it was Sunday morning at 9:30. Yeah, good win against the Jets over in London. And that's all I got to say. Really good game. Sam Darnold didn't look as good as he usually does. Didn't get a throwing a touchdown to Jefferson at all. But hey, it was a good Jets D. Give them that, and they still got the W. So there you go. Let's move along to the Rams. Rams at home got to play the Packers, and the Packers came away with a 5-point victory. Yeah, I mean, if the Rams had the people they had, I think they could have beaten the Packers. I think if they had Cooper Kupp, if they had an O-line, if they had Puka Nakua back, I think that they would be able to be a good team. I put them in the playoffs for that reason. I don't think their season's done yet. I think they're 1-3. But they really needed this bye week, so there you go, Rams. There you go, Graham. I don't know. I really hope you guys can make the playoffs. I feel bad, to be honest, because you have a pretty good team, just being overshadowed by all the injuries. So, yeah. And then here we go. The Dolphins. Unfortunate. I did pick the Patriots last week. They did end up getting the win, the Dolphins over the Patriots at home. One of the most boring games I think I've watched in a while. But the Dolphins still ended up getting the win. So good job, guys. You're 2-3. Get the bye week without Tua. You still got to win. You got to respect that. I mean, and it's against the Patriots. It's not that big of a team, but you still got the win. So good job. And it's the divisional. So there you go. That's all I can say about the Dolphins. If Tua doesn't come back, I don't expect them to make the playoffs at all. Genuinely, I think they're gonna miss. But we'll see. But yeah. Alrighty, and let's start with our Thursday night matchup. We've got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And so in this one, last week the Seahawks getting a big loss to the Giants, and that was what kind of made me have the decision I do this week. Because they lost to the Giants, they lost to the Cardinals, both lost to like teams that aren't too good. But at least the 49ers had a big lead. They choked it again. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan, I don't know what's going on there in San Fran, but they've got to turn it around. They've got to turn it around soon. They're 3-2, 2-3 in Seattle. Seattle looked very abysmal that game. I think the defense will play pretty well against this 49ers offense, but I think this 49ers offense is going to play pretty well against it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard game both ways. I think both defenses are really strong. I think both offenses are pretty good. Get rid of the 2 losses that they just had 2 weeks in a row, and they're like 4-1. So, yeah. And I think, anyways, I'm going to get to the point. I think San Francisco is going to win this game. I think they're going to go into Seattle. They're going to upset them. They're both going to be 3-3, and this division is going to be fucking crazy the whole year. So give me the 49ers in a bounce-back win. I think the Seattle Seahawks will have a good game. I think it'll only be a 3-point game. I think it'll be a really close game, and I think the 49ers will come out on top. So give me the 49ers in the first game of the week. Alrighty, now we're going back over to London for the second week in a row. We've got the Chicago Bears taking on the Jaguars. And last week I picked the Panthers against the Bears. The Bears won 38-7. They killed them. The Jaguars had a massive lead against the Colts and almost blew it. Barely won, hung on to a 3-point win at the end. Finally got their first win of the season. Props to the Jaguars. They looked decent on offense. But give me the Bears. They looked fucking amazing against the sorry. They looked amazing against, oh my God, my brain. I just said it. Oh my God. Why am I having a brain fire right now? What's happening, guys? Oh my God. I don't know. Anyways, had a really good game last week against the Panthers. Sorry. Oh my God. And then the Jaguars had an, anyways, let's get to the point. Bears are winning this game. Jaguars don't look too good. It is their home field, kind of, when they go to London. That's what everyone says. You know, it's their home field. They've got the advantage, blah, 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 blah. But now, give me the Bears. They're going to win, and they're going to win by 7, I think. I think it's going to be 7, maybe even 10. So, yeah, give me the Bears in a big win there and across the pond. All right. Now let's get to the 1 o'clock games. First game we've got here, the Patriots and the Texans. Taking the Texans. Not going to go into depth. Patriots look terrible. They should have won that game against the Dolphins. Didn't. Jacoby Brissett looks awful. They're starting Drake May. Could make a little bit of a difference. I don't think so. I think the Texans are going to steamroll them. I just heard that Nico Collins is out for 4 weeks. Star wide receiver of the Texans. That doesn't change my opinion. I think Tank Dell's just going to step up and replace him. And same with Stephon Diggs. And I think if Mixon's back, it's going to give us even more of a reason to win by 14. So give me the Texans in a big game. I think we'll win by 14 points. And yeah, give me the Texans in New England. And now let's move on to debatably one of the games of the week. There's a couple of, as there always is, but I think this is the game of the week almost for just record-wise. 3-2, 4-1. Listen, Ravens, big win. 2 games in a row. Big win against the Bills. Stomped them 2 weeks ago. Last week, I don't know how they beat the Bengals, but they did. Give them credit. They did it. Good job, Ravens. Commanders. They keep on winning too. I don't know what's in, like, Jaden Daniels is like different. He's different. Like, he's him. He's more him than freaking Mr. Bears man over there is. And freaking Caleb Williams, he's playing good too. They're both amazing quarterbacks. With that being said, give me the Ravens. The Commanders' defense is not as good as I think they're letting on to. Offense is good. I think it'll be a little bit of a shootout. I give it to the Ravens. I think they'll win by about 7 points. And it's at home. Give me the Ravens and Mr. Lamar Jackson. Give me them at home to beat the Commanders. And that would improve the Ravens to 4-2, and the Commanders would also be 4-2. So pretty good game there. Now let's move on to the NFC 1 o'clock game. We've got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Packers are at home. Cardinals upsetting the freaking 49ers last week. And so to most people, it's a big upset, and I completely agree, but it is divisional. And they always have a debatable game. Like anyone in that division, I mean, I think the statistic was they haven't beaten San Fran in about 4 or 5 years. But you can never count them out. You can never count them out. And then that game showed you why you can't count them out. So, yeah, good job by them. They barely beat the Rams at home, but they beat them. They beat them at home. I think they'll go home in Lambeau. They're going to play amazing. I think they're going to kick the shit out of the fucking Cardinals. I don't think that defense is as good as they think. I think their offense is good, so there's going to be a little bit of a shootout, but I think that the Packers' offense is just going to be too much for the Cardinals' D. So give me the Packers in a big win at Lambeau Field. Big win by the Packers there. All right, and now let's move on to the other 1 o'clock game here. We've got the Saints, New Orleans Saints, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And all I can say about the Saints is, yeah, you guys aren't going to do anything this season. I mean, you guys had the 2-0 start. Had 2 big games, one against the Panthers, one against, I think it was the, I forget who it was actually, week 2. But big win in week 2. Week 3, lose. Week 4, lose. Week 5, lose. And you didn't look good in all those games. Buccaneers, they had a bad game against the Broncos. Bounced back, almost beat the Falcons, lost, but that game was crazy. We all know how fucking crazy last Thursday was. Nuts game. Anyways, give me the Buccaneers. I think Baker Mayfield's going to ball out. They're losing Derek Carr. He's out for about a couple games. So that is also going to give me a big decision on to pick the Buccaneers. Anyways, give me the Bucs. Big win in New Orleans. I think it'll be by about 7 or 14 points. I think they'll have a big win there in New Orleans. Even though it's a divisional matchup, I still believe the Buccaneers are going to steamroll the Saints. But we'll see. I could be wrong. So let's see. Let's move on to another 1 o'clock game. We've got the Philadelphia Eagles coming off the bye to face the Cleveland Browns. And so for this one, I think, sorry, I don't know why I did that. Eagles are winning this game. Browns are terrible. One of the worst teams in football. If the Eagles lose this game, though, I don't think they'll be playoff bound, because if you're not going to beat the shitty Browns, then how are you going to expect to make the playoffs? Like, we've got to win those games. Those are the games those are win games. You don't win those, how do you expect to make the playoffs? And so, anyways, I think they'll steamroll them. I think they'll win by 14, maybe 17 points. I'm hoping for my friend, because I feel so bad for his Eagles. They're in this 2-2 place. They don't know what they're doing. They have no clue. All they know is they need to run the ball with Saquon, and that's all they have right now. And I think they just need to keep doing that. I think Jalen Hurts needs to keep balling out, and I think they're gonna have a good rest of the season if they can beat the Browns this week. So give me the Eagles. Alrighty, and I think this is the final 1:00 game of the afternoon on Sunday. We've got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts, and Titans just came off the bye, so they're fresh. You know, they had a week off. Colts coming off that loss, giving the Jags their first win of the season. Almost coming back at the end, though, because Joe Flacco is playing very well, as he always does. Yeah, give me the Colts in this game. I think that the defense is good. I think that the Tennessee defense is good, but not as good as the Colts. I think the offense in Tennessee is okay, but not as good as the offense in the Colts. Even without Jonathan Taylor, I still think that the Colts will get it done. So give me the Colts on an away game in Tennessee. And yeah, so there you go. Give me the Colts there. Now we get into a couple games that are hard and a couple easy games. So let's do that. Let's do that. This is a hard game here. We've got the Denver Broncos taking on the Chargers. Chargers coming off the bye. And look, man, I can't pick this. This game's up. It's 50-50. That's dead ass how this game is. You can't pick this game. And if you say, oh my God, yeah, I picked the Chargers and I knew they were going to win, or the Broncos, and I knew, you don't know. Like, football's different every week. The Chargers look really good against the Chiefs. And that's what's very, very scary for me to pick these Broncos. They're 3-0. They're 3-2, but they've won 3 in a row. They're back at home. They played very well last week, and I think that Will Levis, I just put 2 quarterbacks. Bo Nix is going to have a good game, and I think that Broncos D is going to friggin' eat Justin Herbert alive, especially if they don't have Vita Vea, or not a Vita Vea, Joe Alt, because Joe Alt looks really good already as a center in the league. However, give me the Broncos to keep on rolling to 4-2. And the Chargers to drop to 3-2. It's going to be an intense game. I think it's going to be a field goal game. It's going to be very close. It's a divisional game, and it's crazy. It's a crazy game. But I have the Broncos because I've picked against them 5 weeks in a row, and they're 3-2. So I have a negative record picking against the Broncos, so I'm going to pick with them for once. But every single time I do this, every season, it's always done this to me. The Broncos and the Titans usually are the teams. When I don't pick them, they win, and when I pick them, they lose. So I might just even lose that Tennessee game, as I'm saying from earlier, but we're going to have to stick with the Colts for that, and I'm going to stick with the Broncos at home. Alrighty, here we go. We've got the Vegas Raiders taking on the Steelers. I think this will be a closer game than most people think. Max Crosby's there, but they're not starting Gardner Minshew. They're going to be going with Aiden O'Connell, I believe. I think Justin Fields will be still starting. He's just improving every week, you know. Did lose to Dallas. They should have had that game. I think that was something that really pissed me off. I was watching that whole game until 1 a.m., 1:30, right? Everyone, if you're watching it, it was on till late because they had a late start because of the weather delay. But the Steelers should have had that game. They're at home. They made their fans wait. Anyways, give me the Steelers in a get-back game. They're going to go to Vegas, and they're going to win, I think. I think they're going to win by 7, at least. Maybe a little bit more. But don't be surprised if the Raiders win. And this is the craziest football season. Everyone's 2-2 or 3-2. There's only 2 teams that are undefeated and look really good. It's the Vikings and the Chiefs. And even the Vikings, they look good, but they need to play the Chiefs. They need to play against they already beat my Texans, so I can't say anything. They look good. So let's move along. Give me the Steelers in that game. And let's just move along here, guys. Another easy one. It'll be quick. Got the Carolina Panthers at home taking on the Falcons. Divisional matchup, 100%. Could be a close game. Not really. I think Kirko is going to ball out. They're going to win by about 14 in Carolina. So give me the Falcons. Yeah, give me the Falcons there. No, I'm just going to move along. I'm just going to move along from that game. All right, let's continue. This is a hard game. Not for me, but we've got the Dallas Cowboys at home taking on the Lions. So the Cowboys are undefeated away, and they can't win at home. Last season, couldn't lose at home. They only won at home, and they couldn't win away. So anyways, with that being said, give me the Lions. I think no matter what, the Cowboys offense doesn't look that good. They only look good in the fourth quarter. They come alive in the last minutes of the game. Lions look good every quarter. They look good every minute they're out on the field. They look good, and that D looks amazing. The offense looks amazing. Jared Goff with a perfect passer rating last game. Like, this isn't even a question to me, but to some people it might be, especially Cowboys fans. But anyways, give me the Lions. They're going to steamroll the Cowboys at home. I think they'll win by 14 points. But it could be a close game like last year. I could be biting my way. I think it could be 3 points, but honestly, the Dallas Cowboys are losing. They're missing a lot of good players on D as well. So in that, just give me the Lions. Give me the Lions. They're going to win that game, I think. Yeah. I think it'll be a big game for the Lions, and it'll show everybody why we're number 2 in the NFC North, I believe it's. Anyways, let's move along to the Sunday night matchup. Let's see, you got the New York Giants taking on the Cincinnati Bengals here in New York. And so New York upsetting the Seahawks, and without Neighbors and without Singletary, like, that's amazing. Your starred wide receiver and star running back, you missed both of them. You still beat one of the best teams within the first 4 weeks, they had one of the best defenses, was what it looked like, and they steamrolled them. So congrats to the Giants. Bengals, I can't believe you lost to the Ravens last week. That game was insane. And the Bengals looked fucking amazing. And they still lost. Joe Burrow looked fucking amazing. Okay, Jamar Chase looked fucking amazing. The rest of the team, T. Higgins looked pretty good too, but the defense was awful. They shouldn't have fumbled that game. They should have had that game. They had the game in the bag. They still fumbled it. This is going to be a really fun match to watch, just because if the Giants do end up beating the Bengals, they'll be 1-5 and they'll be 3-2, which I thought was going to be the opposite. They'd be 3-2 and they'd be 1-5. With all that being said, give me the Bengals. I think they'll win by about 7 or 14 points. They'll show the Giants that you need your star one wide receiver and running back if you're going to beat us. Even though their defense does not look too good, I think they'll still win this game. So give me the Bengals. And if they don't, then I don't know what to tell you, Bengals fans. You're 1-5. Like, that's a terrible start. So we need you to win this game 2-4. We need you to come back in the conversation. Joe Burrow's balling out. You just need the defense to wake the fuck up, and that's it. That's genuinely all you need. You just need the defense to wake up, and I think you'll win that game very easily. And here we go. Robert Saleh fired yesterday. I don't know if anyone knew that, but the New York Jets coach got fired yesterday. He walked into the facility, walking around acting like, I have my job still. They kicked him out with security. That's crazy. So anyways, no more Robert Saleh in New York for the Jets. And so anyways, Jets, Bills. Bills going to win this game. Don't got a head coach. They have an interim head coach. Okay, fair enough. Rodgers isn't looking that good. The defense looks good, 100%, but the run game's not going. It might get going against this Bills team, and that's fair, but I don't think that that's enough to overpower the Bills. Khalil Shakir might come back. You got Keenan Coleman. He's playing pretty well. And anyways, yeah, so I think give me the Bills for a get-right game. They lost to my Texans last week, which is fucking amazing. Go Texans, go. But yeah, give me the Bills in this Monday night matchup in New York. I think Bills are going to go in knowing they need to win this game. And I think they're going to get the job done because they were 3-0 at one point, another 3-2, right? So if they lose this game, then they put the Jets at 3-3, and they're 3-3, and everyone's like, oh no, what happened to Josh? Oh, nah. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Bills will win this game. And yeah, so give me the Bills in the final game of the week on Monday night. Well, there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to Week 6 NFL picks with me, Caleb. And I love you, Emma. And I know you're going to be watching this, so hi. And I'm proud of you. You did really good on your test today, and I'm happy for you. So, yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed that Week 6 picks, and good luck to all of your teams. And, yeah, have a great week and take care. Bye.